boys and girls, welcome to my channel. I'm For Classic and welcome to BenchART. So for today what I do have in it is GhostRunner, a game developed by a developer team called One More Level, and it is using Unreal Engine 4. So today I'm testing in here with the MX130, and I decided that the best way to play this game is to play with 1080p low settings with small exceptions. For example, anti-aliasing I had set to high. If you reduce the anti-aliasing to off, you actually get around more 4 or 5 frames per second. But as you can see, everything gets jittering all over the place. You can see a lot of aliasing going on. And so I decided it was a better idea to keep the anti-aliasing on high. And also I'm using textures on medium because it can fit inside the 2 gigs of VRAM. As you can see, you can also try out to jump it up to high on textures, but still I think that medium it is sufficient. So looking to the requirements, this game doesn't seem that requires too much of hardware. They just say that you need to have an i3, 8 gigs of RAM, and the GTX 630, which is a quite old graphic card. And looking to the results with the settings that I did test, I tried the game with 720p low, medium, and high. And for me, the low settings, like I told you, it is the best option for this game, with average around 60 frames per second with a 1% of 46. The medium settings still provides a good average and a good 1% low, 37, so it might be a good option for most of the people if you want to enjoy better graphics overall. The high settings looks absolutely gorgeous, but unfortunately the frame rate can go down below 30 frames per second. And I also tried 900p with medium settings, but as well as the 720p high settings, the frame rate can also go below 30 frames per second. So I would say that the best settings to play this game might be between 720p low settings, which I'm using in here, or 720p medium settings. I decided to go with the low because it is what keeps us more close to 60 frames per second, because as you can see, this game it is very fast paced, and it seems that every frame rate above that you get comparing to other settings matters for your better gameplay. And that's why I decided to keep it on low. Not only about that, I think that the game on low settings still looks pretty good in my opinion. Yes, you don't have shadows, but most of the shadows inside this game are baked shadows. You just don't get the dynamic shadows. Most of the post-processing stuff it is removed, but there are still very important post-processings in here anyway, so I don't really think that the low settings in this game looks bad, and actually it performs really great anyway. Alright, so yeah, what about the GhostRunner? GhostRunner, it is a game that it feels like a lot like Mirror's Edge. Alright, it is a game where you need to traverse the game using acrobatics, a little bit like Titanfall, wall run, big jumps overall, but yeah, it feels overall like Mirror's Edge, absolutely. But instead of having a clean glass city, you get this massive cyberpunk environment, which feels also great and looks great, even with these low settings. As you can see, it looks fabulous in my opinion. Alright, but the difference here is comparing to Mirror's Edge, usually every time you got into a combat, it seems that the action just stopped there and you needed to stop your character from running to just kill them or fight them. So it was a little bit weird, especially on the sequel. Alright, GhostRunner takes a different approach on the combat. Enemies in this game feels a little bit like obstacles which you need to kill, but very quickly. It seems like they are fully inside the flow of running. Alright, you are just running and you get this enemy over here, you kind of dodge its attacks, and very quickly you put it down and you just continue running like nothing did happen. So it's very fast-paced game, amazing stuff. I'm actually very interested in getting this game. And so in here you might ask, so you don't have the game? Yes, I don't. This is the demo version, and the full game it isn't even released. This game it is planned to this year, 2020, but unfortunately they weren't able to give us the month of release of the day or anything like it. So the only thing that we know is that the game it is going to be released this year, and that's about it. which is a little bit weird because the level of polishments inside this game, it feels already like a full game in here, full optimized. I think the game is really well optimized, no bugs whatsoever, everything seems to be absolutely finished, at least on this level. So that's why I'm very interested with this game, because in this demo they clearly demonstrated that they can build a game, and it seems very high profile game. I actually do enjoy it a lot. Alright, so guys, I think that's all that I want to talk about GhostRunner. Hope you have enjoyed the rest of the video, and I do hope to see you soon. Goodbye.
Take care of the guards first.
Prisoner termination protocol initiated. Prisoner threat level extremely high. Prisoner released.
Free at last. Pleasure to meet you. Face to face, that is. Now, let's take a look inside. This may feel a little strange.